You crazy truck freaks asked for it, you're gonna get it.
Yep, that's right. We have the sales leader, the Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road on Gold Mine Hill with
the 2019 Ford Ranger FX4.
And Gold Mine Hill is one of our Rocky Mountain trails. It's snowy and icy. We're gonna test every off-road feature today and see how they compare.
That's coming up right now.
This is Gold Mine Hill and it's comprised of 3 stages. First, it's this snowy and icy incline. Then we have a 90-degree turn, which is very difficult with some articulation. And finally, stage 3, really steep with a big rut. And you need maximum articulation, maximum clearance on that obstacle. This is the most difficult trail we have available to us in the winter. Cliffhanger 2.0 is completely snowed in.
This is about as windy as I've seen it up here. Ready?
All right, so what settings are we in?
Okay, so I put it into 4 low.
Okay.
But I'm not playing with any of the other systems. I'm not going to lock up the rear end. I want to have, the rear end free right now. Okay. And that's it.
So 4 low, going up stage 1.
Going up stage 1.
Okay.
Now that automatically shuts off traction control and all that other stuff too, by the way.
Okay.
You good?
Well, let's try it. Oof, it's really slippery.
Slippery! Come on, don't slow down, truck.
So dude, we gotta talk about the packages because this is TRD Off-Road and the Ford has the FX4, but the philosophies are very different.
They follow very different paths.
Yeah, because for TRD Off-Road in the Toyota Tacoma speak, you have basically a slightly more premium trim.
Yes.
Overall. I mean, you can get the SR5 or the TRD Sport, which is a little bit more street oriented,
sure.
Right? Now you can get a TRD Off-Road, this one, and then top dog is the TRD Pro. But I think the FX4 package compares directly against the TRD Off-Road on price.
Yeah.
Because if you look at starting prices, Crew Cab Tacoma starts at just under 35, about 34.8, and then Crew Cab Ranger FX4 starts at about 35.2.
Okay.
So it's very close, and I'm really happy we're doing this.
I'm thrilled, especially on this icy, snowy area. This one patch here doesn't have a ton of snow on it, but there's some ice.
Okay.
Tires. It's all about tires. We know that. And for this type of terrain, it's nice to have a little bit of a mix. Now check this out. The Toyota has the Goodyear Wranglers with Kevlar. They have a nice stiff sidewall. I've had really good luck with these tires in the past on snow and ice and off-road. Now these Hankook Dynapro ATMs, we just had an opportunity to take these to Moab and into the snow and ice, and it did quite well. So interesting difference between the two of them. Oh, and by the way, you might notice this side step here. Yeah, that's part of an option that, personally speaking, we wouldn't choose because it kind of messes up your breakover angle. All right, ready?
So yeah, there's a tree here.
Yeah, I got it.
I really hope these tires actually help us out and do a good job. Wow, there's a lot of slippage there.
Yeah,
Open div.
Yeah.
But it did it.
It did it.
Okay.
All right, and now
Stage
3.
Okay guys, this is stage 3 and there's a giant dip here, so you need all of your approach angle here and a lot of articulation. This is Gold Mine Hill. All right, let's get some numbers out of the way. Toyota Tacoma has an advantage as far as ground clearance is concerned. 9.4 inches here, 8.9 inches here in the Ranger. Tacoma also has an advantage as far as approach angle. 32 degrees here, which is a little bit better than a standard four-wheel drive Tacoma. This is a TRD Off-Road. And this FX4 package Ranger has 28.7 degrees of approach, which is also better than the regular four-wheel drive Ranger. However, the Ranger has an advantage as far as departure angle and breakover. On the Ranger 4x4, 25.4 degrees of departure versus 23.5 on the Tacoma.
Now, you mentioned that you wanted to do something interesting with stage 3.
Let's do something that we've never done before.
Okay.
What do you say?
I'm on the fence.
I'm talking about crawl control systems.
Yeah.
Both trucks, the Tacoma has its own crawl control system.
Yep.
It's the switches up here. It works approximately between 1 and 5 miles an hour. The Ranger also have trail control, is what they call it.
Yeah.
But Ranger's system is a little bit more flexible. It's available in 2-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low. It goes between 1 and 20 miles an hour. This system in the Tacoma, slower speed, 4 low only. But what do you say we set it about 3 miles an hour and try this? Maybe engage the locker because the dirt there,
no doubt,
it might help us there.
Oh yeah, I'm engaged in the locker. This V6 puts out 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. It's the tried and true 3.5 liter V6, and it's hooked up to a 6-speed automatic transmission. However, you can get a 6-speed manual transmission. Yeah. Now, there is a 4-cylinder available in the base model, and that's a 2.7 liter. This vehicle has 4-wheel drive, it has an electric locking rear diff, and it's pretty much ready to go for off-roading.
Yeah, the Tacoma offers a choice of engines and a choice of transmissions, but it's alright because under the hood of the Ranger is a 2.3 liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It produces less horsepower, 270, but way more torque, 310 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. And it's paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. There is no choice in powertrain here.
Hear that, ABS? That's triggering because it's slowing the vehicle down to maintain the speed that I set it to.
Do you like the speed or do you want to go a little faster?
I don't like the speed at all.
What would you like?
Faster.
Okay. You're not touching the pedals, right?
Nope, not touching anything right now.
Okay, well let's see how this goes. The truck is doing it, dude. Damn. Are you sure?
I haven't touched a damn thing.
I can see your feet.
We're going to be replaced. There's going to be no need for TFL truck driving off-road with systems like this. That's not fair.
Dude, so you're saying the trucks will review themselves in the future?
There'll be a blow-up guy who will pop out and start reviewing it.
We wanted to do a quick articulation demonstration for you guys. Ranger versus Tacoma. I got the Ranger up in the air, the wheel is floating. I marked where the tires are. So let's see how the Tacoma does the same obstacle. Okay guys, check it out. This Ranger is in the air, right there. Now, let me show you how I mark the front tire. Now I'm using this rock to mark where my front tire is, right here. And I'm gonna have Nathan drive the Tacoma here the same way and see how the Tacoma does. Nice, slower, stop, back down, slowly, stop, look at that, the rock is at the same place. Dude, I'm kind of impressed.
Yeah, you know, that was one thing you and I discussed before. The rear articulation in the Ford, it was definitely lifting tires far more often than we expected when we were
So there's much less, almost no space here, where the Ford was way in the air.
Yeah.
The Tacoma has better articulation.
Yeah, at least in the back.
And by the way, they have about the same identical wheelbases.
Yeah.
About a half an inch between them. And Toyota is using Bilstein shocks.
Yep.
While the Ford is using their own FX4.
Yep, and I'll tell you, pretty impressive stuff.
It must be that frame, dude. It must be the frame.
The twisty frame?
Yes.
Did you mention that to these guys?
No.
Okay, so according to Toyota, fully boxed frame going all the way from the front to here, and then open C-channel frame back. And the reason, this is Toyota's reason, they say because it adds to flexibility in the back for better articulation.
And in this case, we're showing that right now.
We are. And if you have complaints about that, send it to Toyota.
On the other hand, Ford has a different strategy. They're offering the FX4 off-road package across any trim level in any other configuration you can have for the Ranger. Okay, so I'm going to do the same type of thing. I'm in 4-low, no locker enabled yet.
Right.
And stage 1.
Stage 1.
Okay, well let's see how these Dyna Pro tires do. So far, a lot of control. By the way, crawl ratio is better on the Ranger actually.
Oh yeah?
Versus the Tacoma TRD off-road. Stage 1 cleared without a single sweat coming off my brow.
And you know what? I didn't hit my head on the roof like I did in the Tacoma.
What? Are you telling me that there is more space in here?
More comfortable seats, more space, I'm more comfortable. Yeah, all together.
Toyota Tacoma is the sales leader. It's on pace to sell about 250,000 trucks in 2018.
Damn! Well, this is the Challenger, and I'm wondering if it can unseat that truck.
Yeah, what do you think about style? I think from the front, the grills and the lights actually look very similar.
They are similar, but the Toyota definitely has more of an angular design. And, well, frankly, it's an aging design. This is a much more contemporary design, but as a lot of people have said, it looks a lot like the European truck.
I think they look very similar in the front.
Okay. I don't agree, but okay.
The FX4 package retails for $1,295.
Okay.
But there's a caveat to this. If you have an XL, like you and I priced out,
Right.
you cannot just throw an FX4 on top of an XL 4-wheel drive.
Right.
You have to buy a couple more packages, which makes it about $3,400. Ranger.
Hit it.
I'm hitting it. I'm trying to maintain easy momentum. Easy, steady. Obviously, it's unlocked, rear end's unlocked, but the tires did their job.
I'd say the Toyota I had to rev a lot more, but that's because I like to slam my foot down.
Well, that's your style.
That's what I do.
Boom!
But they both did it. They were both impressive. That is a difficult turn to make, guys. I can't tell you how hard that turn is.
I mean, a lot of crossovers just bog down, can't do it. The button is actually down here, it's kind of small.
Opposite the,
and
but
I'm going to engage trail control as well.
All right.
In 4-low, we have between 1 and 10 miles an hour in half-a-mile increments.
Which is really cool.
On
That's
a
excellent for
trail control.
Yeah.
In 4-high, it also works up to 20. I'm a little worried about the side step.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay, so you had it at about this pace.
Initially very slow, actually slower than this, and then I sped up and doubled the pace.
I'm gonna
Are you touching
about the same.
Are you touching the accelerator?
No.
You didn't touch it?
No.
Okay.
No, I did not touch it. It was doing everything
Okay, I
on
would
itself.
stop right about here.
Ah! Now we gotta mention pricing, right? The fully loaded Lariat FX4 crew cab is actually pricey at $46,000.
That is expensive.
Yes, the Toyota Tacoma, this one you see here with an extra skid plate and a couple of other premium packages, just over $41,000.
Well, that's a major difference, but bear in mind that when they start in pricing, they're about the same.
Yeah, and you can get a TRD Pro. We had one for about $47. So you could say, I mean, there's comparable pricing, but what do you think? Which truck would you choose after this comparison?
Well, because the Ford doesn't offer a manual transmission, that's one thing that is a prerequisite for me, I would choose the Toyota.
Huh. You know, I love technology.
Yep.
The Ranger offers the trail control system, which is really fancy, and I love how comfortable I am in the truck.
It is pretty comfy.
I would choose the Ranger, but just not this Lariat. I would go for like an XLT or an XL.
Okay. Well, I think we've come up with one major thing.
What?
It's windy and cold as hell, and we've done a great job going up the hill. What do you guys think? Which truck would you choose?
Yeah, which truck offers more choice as far as you're concerned? Let us know, and go back to tfltruck.com for more news, views, and
real world reviews. Ah!
Are you alright?
Yeah, I wish I had hair.
I thought you were moving on ice. You were just
a little
moving.
bit, a little bit.